G'day everybody, today we've been pulled into a brand new build. I've been asked heaps of questions about brand new builds and what we can do with them. I don't usually do a brand new build, so this is a really nice privilege for me. What we're going to do is a load of small little bits and pieces to help the house become a little bit more energy efficient. Obviously the price of energy is going up, so what we want to do is do some small things, lots of little things now, and then what we can do is make sure the house is that little bit more sealed up later on, and it'll help with our energy efficiency. So today what we're going to do is we're going to run around the external edges and seal all of up between our floor and our wall plates, so there's no leak of energy through there. So step this way. What we're using today is a polyurethane sealant. It's the same as Sikaflex, but this one's a Bostik. I've tried out both of them. They're both really good, especially for this kind of a process. They're a construction adhesive. So what we do is we just feel along the bottom edge. We'll continue that all the way through. You'll notice I've actually cut the nozzle on an angle, and what that helps with is obviously getting into these corners. Now what will happen is when the floorboard comes in here, you won't even see this, but you need to make it nice and neat now. What it does is it stops any breeze coming in and out of underneath those floor plates. So it's a really good, helpful hint in some of the small things that we can do just to make a big difference in the energy efficiency of the home. Nice, helpful hint. You need to make sure that you do this on all the external edges of the house. Anything that's facing external, make sure you get it. Even if it's on the garage side, make sure you do it. Anything that's internal, you want to make sure it becomes one big box, one sealed box. So step over this way, you can see that we've got a nice line all the way around all the external edges. That line continues all the way around the house. That way we're actually creating a box, so no energy leaking can get out of it. The other thing that we can do, have a look over here, is up in these top corners where we've got our truss system. See how they've put these noggins in, which is, this builder's already thought about it. He's going to come across the ceiling and then come up the wall, and these are going to be square set plaster ceiling. So what a square set is where the plaster comes to a nice right angle, and there's no cornice in the internal, and then we can make sure that no energy can go out of those. Usually if we have a house that has cornice in the corners, then it creates an air gap between where the two sheets will meet up, and all of the energy can leak out of there. Another thing that we can do is foam all the way around our windows. If you haven't seen one of the videos on foaming around a window, check it out. The only reason that we're not going to foam around these windows just yet, see, look at this gap all the way through here. The only reason that we're not going to foam up that now is just because we've got the bricky running around the edges of the house, and so the windows might need to move left or right depending on where our joins are. With regards to energy efficiency in the house and creating a box system, what I've got behind me here is a bedroom wall that backs onto the garage. And if you have a look, the roof system here is lower than the actual wall system. So what we're going to do is create a bit of a hole for where the energy can go in here. So there's a couple of different things. This wall here, because the rest of the house is brick veneer all the way through, so what we can do here is do a nice big solid R2.5 or R3 bat in this wall, and we can also double seal this wall. We can put some gap sealer along the bottom to make it a box section, and we can also make sure this entire ceiling through this garage here also gets insulation in it, that way creating an entire box system all the way through the house. That's my helpful handy hint for today. Any questions or queries about it, flick them over, I'll have a look at them for you. Until then, like always, stay awesome. Talk to you soon.